My fellow citizens, about 10 days ago, following the Constitutional Council's decision to validate our candidacy for the 2025 presidential election, I urge the other candidates, activists, and supporters of all political parties, as well as Cameroonians both at home and abroad, to come together and work towards our shared goal. In another video message a week ago, I demonstrated and denounced the electoral fraud techniques used by those in power to steal your victories and cling the power. I then contacted some candidates and civil society leaders suggesting that we take joint action with Elections Cameroon to put an end to the fraud. The technique used by those in power to rig elections, I will remind you, is to create fictitious voters from real voters, register them in special offices that are deactivated before the cleanup to avoid detecting duplicates, and then reactivate them according to the results they want to obtain, saying that they are 100% in favor of a particular candidate. The same technique is used for fictitious polling stations, which are created by modifying or adding a letter to a real polling station. Yes, fellow citizens, for example, to create the Souza Gare C polling station, simply replace B with C in the name of the Souza Gare B polling station. No one will go to the Souza Gare C polling station when voting because no real person is registered there. Very often, it doesn't even physically exist, as it is unknown to the opposition. However, a report will appear at the departmental commission stating that one candidate received 100% of the vote at the Souza Gare C polling station. This report will not be signed by an opposition representative who will not be aware that this polling station exists. It will be claimed that the opposition is not well established and was therefore unable to appoint representatives to the Souza Gare C polling station. My fellow citizens, the announced figures include approximately 2 million fake voters. The ruling party is therefore manipulating the final results to stay in power. In 2018, for example, they created 88,304 fake voters for President Biya in Lekki, just outside Yaoundé, and nobody noticed. Imagine what they do in remote or isolated rural areas. In the face of the silence of some actors in the wake of these allegations, the ultimate weapon in the fight against electoral fraud and in ensuring victory for the forces of change is you, the people, the voters. Yes, my fellow citizens, we know how to eliminate fraud. Here is how we can work together to fight electoral fraud and win if you truly want change. Firstly, the National Electoral Roll will be cleaned up by eliminating duplicates based on other data, such as the name of the father or mother, fingerprints, or national identity card number, as part of a joint committee with Elections Cameroon provided for by law. Secondly, the Commission must immediately publish lists for each polling station, numbering them from 1 to 30 or 33,000. Their current names will simply become their locations. It should be noted that the polling stations designated by a number can be easily controlled. Thirdly, we need volunteers to represent the candidates at all the polling stations. Fellow citizens who desire change. This is where your contribution and your effective and personal involvement are needed. We propose two major actions in this regard. The first is called faith and voice. I have called on imams, pastors, and priests to act as representatives of all candidates at polling stations, accompanied by their most honest and sincere followers. I have asked primary and secondary school teachers, both individually or collectively, to join forces with religious leaders to ensure that we have enough representatives. You are also invited to become a candidate representative by registering in our website www.cabral2025.cm. This representative role and its organization require significant human and financial resources. This is our second major initiative, the 2000 minimum challenge to succeed together. It involves every Cameroonian who wants change, every one of you who desires a better life, whether you are a voter or not, whether you are a young or old, whether you are a male or female, whether you are in Cameroon or abroad, we are asking you to donate at least 2,000 CFA francs in one or more installments before 11 September 2025. The money collected will be used to cover the cost of transport as well as providing a sandwich and a drink for everyone, representing the candidates at the polling stations. Those who travel from far away will be able to rest in churches or mosques before or after election. With the challenge 2,000 CFA francs minimum to succeed together, and with a massive turnout from all those registered to vote, not to mention personal involvement from representatives at all polling stations, the result of the vote will be unchangeable. Believe me, we will succeed together.